There was a time in Christmas movies past where the cast was about as white as the snow, and the only black person in sight was one waiter on a train. Thus is the case with White Christmas, 1954 classic with Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye, and really has not aged well. Doesn't really work anymore.
Hasn't aged
At all. It's a snow globe, and it's our counter bonus. It's to the weekly episode of Black Christmas, vastly superior movie, which is pretty ironic.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And at the behest of my grandmother, I finally watched this movie, and regrettably, I did not feel the same way about it that she did. But that's to be expected.
She still likes it?
She loves this movie.
Still.
Like,
still watches it every Christmas and all that? Yeah.
She watched half of it with me, and then I watched the rest here.
Alone. Bored.
Yes. And it's
wanting to watch something else.
I just can't. It's not for me. I'm not the audience.
Exactly. It's not aimed towards us.
No. Most movies in the 50s really don't leave the 50s. It's a weird decade. And White Christmas is one of those. And we are basically here to shit on this movie for as long as we can. And also talk about some of our personal favorite Christmas movies, even though it is after Christmas. But fuck it. I'm Connor Eyzaguirre.
And I'm Austin Johnson.
And happy after Christmas from Filmgazm. So White Christmas came out in 1954. It was a big success, grossing $30 million on a budget of $2 million. Musicals were the big shit in the 40s and 50s. They were making all the money. Musicals and, biblical epics. Moses and Bing Crosby, they were making the money. And White Christmas is basically, we got to save the inn, and the only way we can do that is with a big song and dance number, because that makes sense. That was a big theme in the 40s and 50s. Some building is about to fail or go into foreclosure. Let's put on a show and save it. Happened a lot. Bing Crosby was often involved.
Yeah, it's like all pageantry.
It's pageantry, and it's, to a certain extent, it's sentimental, it's whimsical.
Yeah.
But it's boring. It's really boring, and it's so lily white.
And again, not for us.
It's so ridiculously over the top white. Like pure gringo. It's ridiculous. You could grind this movie up and snort it. It's so white. It's ridiculous. It has an IMDb score of 7.6 and a Rotten Tomatoes score of 77%. This is a beloved classic.
Yeah.
Beloved Christmas classic. It's directed by Michael Curtis, who also directed Casablanca.
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
Might have heard of that one.
Yeah. It had one Oscar nomination, and it was for Best Original Song for the song Count Your Blessings Instead of Sheep, which I don't remember.
I actually listened to that song on Spotify on the way here.
Really?
To record, and it is... it's a pretty fucking boring song.
They all just bleed together. They all have the same melody.
Yeah. This whole movie is one block of the same tone, the same la, 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 and I felt like I was just staring through the screen. I felt my eyes moving through the TV. You know what I mean? And I was just somewhere else.
Oh, I get it, man.
Because I was alone. I was watching it just kind of like, wow. Because, you watch these classics and you know it's going to be really white and just kind of like, oh, it's the 50s,
Yeah.
Pre-Hays Code, all that jazz. And it's just...
This is mid-Hays Code.
But it's more... Yeah, well, yeah, it's in the thick of it. Yes, yeah. And it's just... it's before it got disbanded and, disrupted. And it's, This movie's not for me either.
No.
At all. I do not do well with everything's okay, it's all good, patch it up, sing song, da ba da. It's just not.
I don't
for
have
me.
a problem with musicals. I just have a problem with insincere musicals.
Yeah. No, musicals are fine. They're fun. They can be great.
I just pre like 1970 musicals were pretty lame. Like
Pre-1970, anything is going to be hard for me to totally get into unless I know something. Meaning, Psycho. I know Alfred Hitchcock, 1960, horror classic.
Yeah.
I should check this out.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of things I'm just going to go out and like watch from the 50s and 60s because they're just very white.
Extremely.
Hollywood was... If you think Hollywood's white now, my God, 50, 60 years ago, you know, it's a whole different level.
Oh my God.
And I just question, like, why do these movies, like, quote unquote, classic? Why?
Well, this is a movie that's got, you know, like the lead characters are soldiers.
Yeah.
Who are like putting on a song and dance number in the middle of war, and then they like make a career out of that.
Yeah.
And then they meet up with like a sister act. It's all really convenient.
Yes.
And kind of nonsensical. Like there's not really anything to hold on to here. You don't really like the two guys. Like they're just kind of generic. Like they don't really bring anything to the table.
Yeah.
They're forgettable. Even the two actresses, they're forgettable too. There's nothing to... I watched this yesterday, and I don't remember almost anything. It passes right through you.
Yeah.
This is the Taco Bell of movies.
I feel bad. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't have any... There is no... Because there is no, like... Nothing to talk about, like, intellectually about it.
There really isn't.
And like you said, the plot is kind of nonsensical, so there's no...
That's why we're using this as a jumping off point to pretty much just talk about Christmas movies.
I'm not going to get into the fucking Wikipedia plot summary because it's long as shit.
And
for no reason.
It isn't... There is no plot.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know, man.
So let's talk a bit about the actors. We'll gloss over some story.
Yeah.
So Bing Crosby, famous 40s and 50s crooner actor, won an Oscar for 1944's Going My Way. Was additionally nominated for 1945's The Bells of St. Mary's and 1954's The Country Girl, known mostly these days for beating the shit out of his kids. He died in 1977 at age 74 of a heart attack. I heard he used a sack of oranges because they don't leave bruises. There's Bing.
Great guy. We should totally be watching.
He was known for his
movie every Christmas.
Yeah. He was known for his comedy romps with Bob Hope, the Road 2 movies. I've seen a couple of those. They're actually not bad. Road to Bali was pretty funny.
Sounds funny.
His partner is Danny Kaye, big song and dance guy. And he had his own show, the Danny Kaye Show. And he was huge. Well, apparently not that huge these days, because I don't fucking know a single movie he was in besides White Christmas, which is kind of sad. A lot of these guys, you know, they're huge for a certain generation, but beyond that, they're kind of fading.
Yeah.
If they haven't faded already.
Yes.
Like my generation,
we just don't give a shit about this stuff.
We kind of don't. It's sad. We need a little bit of an edge.
Yeah. Well, how can you blame us when we're being shown stuff like fucking Get Out? Like, what are we gonna? What? How are we gonna go back to a quality of this where it's like, no, I've seen diversity. I've seen people include different races and different kinds of people in movies. Why would I go back and watch this? It's just it's almost childish.
My three favorite musicals of all time are Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Little Shop of Horrors, and Sweeney Todd. Vastly different material.
That sounds like about my favorite three as well.
Yeah. They bring something new. They're a little eccentric.
Yeah.
They're a little weird. You know, they're still whimsical and fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sweeney Todd's not, but the other two are.
'Twas Pirelli's Miracle Elixir.
Love me some Sasha. Danny Kaye died in 1987 at age 76 of heart failure. Probably from dancing too hard. Rosemary Clooney plays Betty Haynes. She's George Clooney's aunt, actually. The Clooney family was big. And she had a recurring role on, I think, ER. Or it might have been one episode. I don't fucking know. It was 2 episodes. Ha ha. You know who else was on ER? Fucking George Clooney.
Yes, he was. Legend.
Yeah. She died in 2002 at age 74 of lung cancer. All of these people are dead. I don't know why I said that so aggressively, but they are.
Well, it was made in 1954, so,
And then Vera Ellen plays Judy Haynes. Vera Ellen, another, big musical person of the 50s. A lot of these people only had like a handful of movies. That's the weirdest thing. I'm looking at their IMDb's. It's only like, 17 credits. Because, they got a little bit older and they were replaced by the next big thing. That's how it worked, Two doors down on the studio, they were making, fucking Ben-Hur. Like, it's... there was no...
Yeah.
Movies were just an assembly line, like a Ford motor.
Yes.
Just kept going, and nothing was special. None of the people were special. The occasional, like, Bing Crosby was special. He could call some shots. But everybody else, just churn them out.
Just pawns.
Yeah. That's one thing I did like about Hail Caesar. It really accurately showed the film industry in the 50s really well. Oof. And that's pretty much all you need to know about the cast. Of course, the big song that came out of this movie is White Christmas.
Yeah.
So, it's a recurring carol. You hear it on Spotify and Pandora every December. To the point where you want to blow your fucking brains out.
Oh, I hear it at HEB where I work over the goddamn, speakers.
Yeah.
So tired of that playlist. Oh my gosh.
Dude, working a Draft House, December 2015, constant. I heard All I Want for Christmas Is You 5 times a week.
Okay, what is the deal with that song?
It's the most recent one. That's why.
Why has it become like, I don't know, like culturally like cool to be like, oh, I'm gonna play the Mariah Carey? Yeah, like, no, it's fucking annoying. That song is annoying.
I don't like her at all.
I don't like that song. I don't know anything about her. I know she was married to Nick Cannon.
I know she's kind of a bitch. Like, I've heard she's like a monster.
And that song is like brutally annoying, and you hear it all the time. It's the definition of overplayed.
Saw a glimpse at her writer. She once for a concert requested 12 Labrador puppies in her dressing room.
For what?
I don't know why. Who fucking knows why with these people? She just wanted puppies. She's crazy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wish I was that rich and famous where I could request whatever the fuck, and people had to get it for me. I'd get crazy. Like, I'd want, in like October, I'd say, go get me a Shamrock Shake. Just to see people sweat.
I'd go crazy. Oh, I'd manipulate the shit out of people.
Just for kicks. I wouldn't be like an aggressive asshole, but I would mess with people a lot.
I would just be like, hey man, how dangerous are you feeling today? Oh, dangerous as you want, yeah. Go find me some fucking heroin, man. I don't want it, I just want to see you fucking get it.
I would send 3 people out for 3 different illegal drugs
Yeah.
and have 3 stopwatches.
Yes. Yeah, that's where my mind's going.
Yeah.
It's like, let's have a race. Yeah.
Who's gonna get
You can
here
find
first?
the craziest shit, the highest quality shit by the end of the day.
Fuck.
And I'll find some guy, that's willing to test them all out.
See, I can afford to get out of prison. You guys can't. So you better be quick about this.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus, this is turning dark.
White Christmas.
White Christmas. So basically, Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye meet in the army, and they realize, hey, we were pretty good together. See, yeah, we gotta put on a show. See,
Call the papers.
They speak so goddamn fast, even the subtitles don't make sense. Like, seriously, the subtitles
They're
in
not
this movie,
speaking in English sentences.
the subtitles leave out so many words. I don't know what the fuck they're saying. It's really tough to follow this
people
movie.
complain about like British, like like Peaky Blinders or something. I'm like, no, this is harder.
50s American English? Fuck me, man.
Yeah, I'm out.
Ugh. So, Danny Kaye saves Bing Crosby's life by pushing him out of the way of a falling building, and Danny Kaye milks that shit for the rest of his life. Hey, I saved your life, see?
Yeah, you see?
Hey, you owe me big time, see?
Come on, huh? Yeah, you have to like put your mouth like
Yeah, you gotta, you're the penguin.
Yeah.
You gotta penguin it.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So they become famous on Broadway, I guess. It's kind of like, are they famous? Okay, sure. And
Sure.
they meet these 2 sisters, Betty and Judy, who I guess they're in love with. It's never really made all that clear.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I was kind of checked out at that point.
5 minutes in. The credits finished, and I was like, fuck.
I did read that scene where Bing and Danny do the two sisters song, and they're dressed in like the pink or the blue feathers and all that. That was done on the fly. They were just messing around on set, and the director started filming it.
How about that?
And Bing Crosby is genuinely laughing his ass off in that scene because Danny Kaye was like doing it. He was really into it, and Bing couldn't stop laughing. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
A little genuine. So, how did you feel about the minstrel number?
No thanks. The minstrel number.
That rub you a little raw? Ooh. This is 2 hours long. You believe that? So much of this movie could have been cut for time.
Could have been cut for energy.
Oh yes.
For my own sanity.
The second the minstrel number came on, I was like, oh, Austin's not gonna like this. Oh boy.
If Austin's not checked out now.
Yeah. If he's still paying attention, he's not gonna like this.
If he's still paying. Yeah, if he's not completely out, yeah.
So they decide.
Oh, I did fall asleep. I told you.
Yeah, you did fall asleep.
I gave it. It took me 2 attempts. Yeah.
So the four of them decide to go to Vermont, to this old Vermont inn, where they find out that the guy who runs it is Bing and Danny's old commanding general in the army, and it's failing. And so, in order to save this place, they got to put on a really big shoe.
Yeah.
And most of this movie is them rehearsing for this really big shoe.
Yeah.
And it's really annoying and
boring,
extremely boring,
and repetitive and redundant.
And I guess Betty, or is it Betty? Okay. Rosemary Clooney.
Yeah, there you go. Clooney.
She figures out that Bob's in love, or she falls in love with Bing Crosby, and she goes apeshit over it to the point where the other two guys, Danny and the sister, Judy, they decide to fake an engagement to get Betty to fall in love with Bing Crosby. What? Who fucking knows?
Oh, you guys like 5? Yeah, what kind of ideas are these?
A little honesty goes a long way. Starting a relationship on a big fat lie is not a good idea. But this was 1954. I mean...
Yeah.
I'm surprised they even let the women talk.
Truly. 50s were a weird time.
So, yada, yada, yada. They all realize that everything's going to be fine. They go to the inn. They have their really big shoe. They save it. It snows for the first time in 5 years in Vermont. And they sing White Christmas. And it was the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye, as Clark Griswold would say.
Yes.
That was my initial introduction to this movie. I was just thinking of that the whole time. And that's White Christmas in a nutshell. Wow. Not even 20 minutes. We already talked all we want to talk about this fucking movie. So let's move on.
Want to talk about?
Let's talk about some of our all-time favorite Christmas movies.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right.
So I actually have a list here of these are 50 Christmas movies that have Rotten Tomatoes score of 65% or higher.
Oh, I never pay attention to that shit for Christmas movies.
Especially, right?
Most of mine favorites are below that.
I'm kind of like pointing that out to you because I'm like, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
Because the first ones I see are two of my favorite, which would be Home Alone and then National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, of course.
Both awesome.
Yeah. Both fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's some early ones you remember, like as a kid, that caught your attention? Home Alone, of course.
Home Alone, definitely. Christmas Vacation, definitely. I always loved Scrooged.
Me too.
Bill Murray.
There it is, 1988. Yeah.
Yeah. Jingle All the Way. Arnold Schwarzenegger, possibly my all-time favorite. That's one of that's such a funny
it's great.
movie.
I love Arnold.
Does a great job of satirizing the commercialism of Christmas. I love A Christmas Story. Recently, I've come to love Black Christmas.
Yeah, me too. My gosh, it's definitely up there.
The Grinch, of course.
Yeah.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Bad Santa with Billy Bob Thornton. It's pretty funny.
It's been so long since I saw Bad Santa.
It's pretty funny, man.
We always watch The Polar Express.
I love The Polar Express.
That's a great movie.
Love that one, yeah.
That's the most Christmassy movie. I always feel such a warmth in my heart when I watch that movie.
Yes, I was going to say, I can't watch that movie like in June. I can't.
No, I can't. I don't watch any of these movies outside of December.
Batman Returns.
Well, yeah.
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Now we're getting unconventional.
Yeah, those are outside the box. All right, let's stick with more Christmassy.
A Christmas Story.
Yes.
That's a classic.
Gremlins. Elf.
Gremlins. Fuck Gremlins.
I love
Elf. Is funny.
Fuck Gremlins.
Elf is funny.
Elf is very funny. Let's see what else we got. Trading Places is listed on.
I forgot that's a Christmas movie. Yeah, Trading Places. That's funny.
There's Little Women. Edward Scissorhands.
Again, I forgot that was a Christmas movie.
Charlie Brown Christmas, 1965.
I've never seen any Charlie Brown.
Arthur Christmas. New Little Women. There's Die Hard. Carol. Oh yeah, I love Carol. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Of course, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
The Holiday, Nancy Meyers movie.
My family really likes that one. I haven't watched The Holiday.
I really like, with Jude Law and Jack Black. And, Winslet.
I love Home Alone 2.
It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, Home Alone 2 is
Home Alone 2 is
great.
fucking hilarious.
Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon.
I did not like
it's
that at
pretty
all.
bad, yeah.
It's a Wonderful Life is a heartwarming movie.
That's number one here.
Yeah, that's why.
Because it has 100%.
That's considered like the best Christmas movie.
That one and Meet Me in St. Louis with Judy Garland.
Love Actually, it's really good.
That's up here, yeah.
That's really funny.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah.
A Shop Around the Corner. Holiday Inn. All the fucking 30s and 40s movies, Babes in Toyland, 1934. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, so
they throw those numbers around a lot for
right?
50s movies.
I know. I'm like, are we really saying that this is better than? Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
Yes, it is. So I assume Batman Returns is one of your all-time favorite Christmas movies.
It is my favorite Christmas movie.
I figured.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why? Pray tell.
Well, it's my favorite Tim Burton movie. It's my favorite Gotham. I don't really have reasoning for it being my favorite Christmas movie. It just happens to be in that time. I think that Tim Burton, at that age, he's like in his early 30s. I think he had a lot of balls, much bigger balls on him than he does now. And that happens a lot. When you're a young director, you're kind of like trying to make a name for yourself, and it's very obvious with 1989 Batman and Batman Returns. He was really, really trying to press it and push it and show his creativity through the setting mostly, and through Gotham, through the city that he created, basically. To me, it is the best version of Gotham that I've seen on the screen. Maybe not the most realistic or whatever, but that's not really the point. It's a comic book. And I thought that was genius, and I could watch Batman Returns over and over because of that, because I can get lost in that tone over and over. I understand it has a lot of cheese, lots of one-liners, lots of but I like the guys that are delivering them. It's like Danny DeVito and Christopher Walken. So those are two guys I really enjoy. If it wasn't them, maybe I'd feel differently, but I really enjoy the actors that are already there because of other stuff they've done, So when I saw Batman Returns, I was just like, man, this is fucking awesome. It's so different than any other superhero movie I've seen. And still, I feel that way. Years later, I still rewatch it all the time. It's definitely that and Die Hard are my two more serious movies that I definitely watch every Christmas. So yeah, enjoy it. What's your number one?
Traditionally, it's Christmas Vacation.
Okay. Traditionally, it would be Home Alone and Home Alone 2 for me. Yeah.
Non-traditionally, it's Die Hard.
Okay. Totally understand that. Classic.
Yeah. Last year, I got to see the Die Hard movie party.
At Draft House.
That was so much fun.
Oh, I bet.
Cap guns.
I worked at one of those, and I was like, this looks sick.
Oh, it was sick.
Yeah.
It was sick. That was a lot of fun. They gave us cap machine guns. It was crazy. And it's just such a fun movie. It's Alan Rickman's debut film.
Yeah, I mean,
starting strong, and it's so much fun. It's it's the little guy fighting the terrorists, and it's Christmas, but it kind of feels like a timeless movie. You could watch it whenever, but it's Christmas.
Yes.
And anybody who says Die Hard is not a Christmas movie can just
Yeah, I don't really. I'm tired of that. Even on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes and these official ass fucking websites, it says it's in the Christmas category. So
yeah. As far as I'm concerned, it's the Christmas movie.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. I'm sure there's something we're forgetting. Any kids movies? Rudolph.
What's The Grinch?
Yeah, I like The Grinch. I do.
I haven't seen the newer one with Cumberbatch.
It's all right.
I really like the Jim Carrey one.
Oh, I love. Yeah, Jim Carrey's
that movie's
amazing.
Hilarious.
Jim Carrey's just great.
I heard he had to go through like Navy SEAL training because the makeup was so constrictive.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing for a children's movie.
Yeah. I think that won Best Makeup at the Oscars, too. Well deserved.
Yeah. Very well deserved. That was ahead of its time.
Oh, yeah. And, Christmas movies are, they're special. It's been kind of the same roster for a long time.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to kind of break that.
I don't remember the last, like, really good Christmas movie that came out and, like, got added to that roster. Maybe 2017, The Man Who Invented Christmas. Biopic of Charles Dickens.
Yeah, but...
Not on that level, but it is
what you're saying. It's a good movie, yeah. But they're rare to come by, like good ones.
Have you ever seen the Christmas Carol with George C. Scott?
Yes. Yeah.
That's a hell of a watch.
Yeah, I have. That was on there too. Yeah.
That's a good one. Edward Woodward is the Ghost of Christmas Present.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn. Good stuff. I think David Warner's in that.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, no, Christmas is, and of course, it's a special time. To all of our listeners, I hope you're having a good week.
Oh, yes. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas.
Yeah, obviously this is post-Christmas, but, that spirit, that energy is just kind of in the air.
Christmas lives forever.
Of course
in your
does.
heart.
Always. And, thanks to Workaholics, there's the old half Christmas in July. You can enjoy. No, it's fun. It's fun. Christmas, it can be. I think people get stressed out and have the wrong idea about what it should be about, because we all kind of disagree because religion's in play now. Because Christmas is, a lot of people believe to be the birth of Jesus, and now it's this giant commercialized thing. Here at Filmgazm, we just want to talk about a couple movies, and Connor and I are both very realistic and simplistic people. You guys just have fun, hang around with people that you love and that love you.
Christmas is whatever you make it.
Yeah, that's really all you need to do. Just try to have some fun. Don't stress out over what kind of food you're going to be eating or what this or that.
Embrace family, embrace friends.
Friends, yes. Don't forget your friends. Yeah. Just because family is in town, don't forget your friends because you love them too. And this is the time of year to really show that. So yeah, for sure. Spread the joy, spread the love.
Yeah, and this was our bonus of White Christmas, but for in reality, this was just an excuse for us to kind of do a wrap up of the year.
Yeah,
nice Christmas, and end of the year. So we hope you enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed this year. This has been a fantastic fucking year for us.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing some special stuff even in January.
Yeah. We're just gonna keep growing this thing. We have so much fun doing this.
Yeah,
and we recently crossed 1,000 downloads,
which is just so cool. Thank you for coming back. If you have,
absolutely,
thank you so much.
Unbelievable that you guys, like this as much as we do, and we just keep, we keep trying to make this the best damn show we can make it.
Yeah,
and we're just gonna keep growing. Just gonna keep trying new shit, talking about horror movies every week with a nice little bonus.
Yeah, we'll be here at least twice a week. That's for sure, guys. Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Oh no, and thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. If you who you are, obviously. If you've come back, thank you. That means a lot.
It does. Truly does.
Because I feel like even if we're not talking to each other, you're hearing me, and I'm hoping that we can create a conversation telepathically.
You get what we're about.
Exactly. So yeah, movies are awesome. Art is the best thing on the planet. So just appreciate that. And again, enjoy the holidays. New Year's is obviously right around the corner. So enjoy the holidays, have fun, everybody. Be safe, and spread the love.
Yeah, absolutely. We will see you next week for The Mist, and keep on listening. Thank you.
Peace.